Hey basketball guys, we have news. Let's go to more Los Angeles Lakers news, but first, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave your like. The Lakers want to sign a young star and scorer. To complete this deal, 3 players will have to give up, and one of them is Dalton Knetch, who played great games, with accurate shots and helping the Lakers to win some games. But surprisingly, Dalton Knetch, who was once a starter for the Lakers, dropped in production and started missing a lot of shots. Because they are not performing enough, the Lakers could involve them in exchange for a new star. To achieve the desired goal, the Lakers will need to send 3 players and some choices, one of which is a candidate for exchange is Dalton Knetch. The Lakers have a big problem with a lack of ball-handling players now that D'Angelo Russell has been sent to Brooklyn. That puts a lot of pressure on LeBron James and Austin Reeves in the starting lineup to create offense not just for themselves but for everyone else as well. A package with Rui Hachimura, Jared Vanderbilt, Gabe Vincent, Dalton Knecht, a 2029 first-round draft pick, a 2030 first-round draft pick swap and a 2031 first-round draft pick for the Hornets, to welcome star LaMelo Ball. Adding Ball would give the Lakers a dynamic passer who can also create offense for himself. He's a point guard who takes the scoring burden off of James and Anthony Davis during the regular season. This would allow them to kind of slide until the playoffs are closer. The argument against this trade is the fact that a move like this takes away all of the team's depth. Ball also comes with a significant risk of injury. He has had ankle problems throughout his career and has played more than 51 games only once in his 5-year career. Giving up so much for someone who wastes so much time on the court is a huge risk. Ball also comes with a significant risk of injury. He has had ankle problems throughout his career and has played more than 51 games only once in his 5-year career. Giving up so much for someone who wastes so much time on the court is a huge risk. Ball is one of the most promising young players in the NBA. From confident passing into tight windows on the run to playing Dance Dance Revolution with defenders on the perimeter, Ball consistently proves he has a unique offensive talent. However, just like New Orleans Pelicans forward Zion Williamson, Ball's health has been a major concern lately as he has missed many games due to various injuries. Still, if the Lakers want to explore a trade for the young and standout Tatar who averages 30 points per game, they've done so by reluctantly cutting ties with a promising rookie wing in Knecht. Lakers' key trade target suffers injury just weeks before trade deadline. Are the Los Angeles Lakers quite done making deals ahead of this season's February 6th NBA trade deadline? Last week, LA built out its depth by flipping lame duck point guard D'Angelo Russell's expiring deal, second-year combo forward Maxwell Lewis, and 3 future second-round draft picks in exchange for 3-and-D small forward Dorian Finney-Smith and shooting guard Shake Milton. Read more, Lakers trade D'Angelo Russell to Nets in massive deal. Now, another key Brooklyn veteran who could serve as an intriguing trade target for Los Angeles, is out for at least the next week with a fresh ailment. Johnson sprained his right ankle during the Nets' 113-110 upset road victory against the Milwaukee Bucks on Thursday. The 6'8" pro will be sidelined for at least Brooklyn's next 3 bouts, and is set to have his status updated following an appraisal prior to the club's impending West Coast road tilt. Even if the Lakers don't trade for his services, it seems likely that someone will. Johnson is currently earning $22.5 million in the second season of a very reasonable declining 4-year, $94.5 million contract. For a versatile, two-way forward who could at least approach fringe all-star status at some point, that's quite the value. Following the departure of Mikal Bridges in a blockbuster trade to the New York Knicks this past summer, the 28-year-old took on more of the scoring burden for the Nets than he ever had before. He's averaging a career-best 19.5 points on .496/.436/.895 shooting splits. That 43.6% three-point conversion rate arrives on a high-volume 7.5 triple tries a night, plus 4.3 rebounds, 3.0 assists and 0.9 steals per night, across 32 healthy games for the 13 to 21 Nets. Bringing in Johnson to help shore up the club's scoring and wing defense could be a huge get for Los Angeles. Per Spotrac's NBA trade machine, one workable deal would see the Lakers offloading starting small forward Rui Hachimura, little-used second-year point guard Jalen Hood-Schifino, and backup forward Cam Reddish's minimum contract to Brooklyn in exchange for Johnson. Obviously, the Nets would at least require one of LA's two movable future first-round draft picks back in a deal for Johnson, and would likely request both. ESPN's NBA trade machine, via its John Hollinger analysis breakdown of the deal, projects that a Johnson deal would improve the Lakers' win total this season by 4 games. Beyond that, Johnson helps upgrade the club's upside in the playoffs. He was a critical component for the Phoenix Suns' run to the 2021 NBA Finals, after all. Johnson's a more consistent and multifaceted scorer than Hachimura, and would help the team continue to build out its defense along the wing. Brooklyn also notes that young shooting guard Cam Thomas is dealing with a left hamstring strain incurred during the same Milwaukee contest, and will likely be out longer. He's set to have his health reassessed after the West Coast road trip. Meanwhile, Nets forward Trendon Watford has progressed to individual on-court workouts as he navigates his return from a left hamstring strain. He is set to be re-evaluated in a week. Austin Reaves discusses Lakers' growth as of late. Since being hired as head coach of the Los Angeles Lakers, J.J. Redick has experimented plenty with lineups and rotations. Notably, he recently put Austin Reaves as the main ball handler, taking on more point guard responsibilities. Thankfully, Max Christie found himself once again as a much-needed 3-and-D presence to relieve defensive pressure off Reaves. Then, Rui Hachimura is a bigger body that can occasionally give LA extra opportunities and be a worthy fourth scoring option. However, with Dorian Finney-Smith entering the fold, the Lakers' defense is continuing to improve. But following Friday's game against the Atlanta Hawks, Redick was not pleased with his team's execution in the first half, and Reaves would agree with him. "Yeah. I would agree with him," he said. "I don't feel like we played a good first half of basketball, but we were still winning. And when you do that, you can take things that you were doing well to have that lead, and then you stack it on top of the things that you could do better. And that's when you become a dangerous team, win games that you're not technically supposed to win, or you feel like you didn't play good enough to win, and then you turn around and try to go play a perfect game and just continue to grow and get better." While it may sound discouraging, Reaves believes that everyone is working towards becoming a great team with their new pieces in place. "We're a ways, to be honest with you, but everybody's working in the right direction to becoming that," Reaves said. He said that at halftime tonight, he was like. He came in, basically said that he was disappointed in some of the game plan, discipline stuff, and then when we was about to go out, he was like, basically, "The reason I'm saying that is because I want to be a great team. I don't want to just be a good team and adding dough and shake, Milton. It's going to take time for them to really 100% understand everything that we're trying to do. I feel like they've done a great job these last 2 games. But we've thrown them in the fire, and they're kind of out there just playing hard right now. And once they fully understand exactly what we're doing, as long as everybody else learning to play with them, it's going to be good for us. And you always strive to be great." Despite these concerns, Reaves is enjoying how they are playing as of late with their unselfish mindset. "I've really enjoyed the way we've played basketball the last 10 or so games," Reaves added. "Not that I wasn't before, but I feel like everybody's in a good rhythm. Everybody feels good. Everybody's touching the ball, and it's moving. Everybody's making the swing when you have the opportunity. It's just unselfish basketball, and that's the way you need to play. Yeah, but it's not about me, and it's about everybody putting me in positions to be successful, the coaching staff, players, obviously making shots. And I'm kind of just out there passing it to the open person. But like I said, it's not about me. It's about the collective group that we have, and continuing to try to play the game the right way. And obviously Bron and AD helped me in so many ways that the average basketball fan probably doesn't see, so sometimes my life is a lot easier than what it probably really seems with them two out there and everybody else as well. Integrating new pieces mid-season is never easy, but the Lakers have been figuring it out on the fly while winning games. Nonetheless, the makings of a good team are starting to come to fruition and hopefully, LA can get to that point. Anthony Davis, Lakers have utmost confidence in Austin Reaves as point guard. While the writing was on the wall for Austin Reaves to become the team's starting point guard, it still requires a massive learning curve. But, Anthony Davis has the utmost confidence in Reaves as the lead ball handler for the Lakers moving forward. Lakers want to make more negotiations to give LeBron James the fifth title. Lackluster negotiations make move easier for Lakers to bolster title hopes around LeBron James' image. According to long-running NBA reports, the Los Angeles Lakers are desperate to give LeBron James a belated 40th birthday present, equipping the roster for a long playoff run. Adding Brooklyn Nets winger Dorian Finney-Smith was certainly a step in the right direction, but the Lakers have been linked to several players on the NBA trade market in addition to Finney-Smith. For much of the season, it was assumed the Lakers would target a backup center. Nets great Nick Claxton, Washington Wizards center Jonas Valanciunas, Utah Jazz youngster Walker Kessler, and Toronto Raptors veteran Kelly Olynyk have all been linked to the Lakers.